Hello everyone, welcome back to everyone's favorite TCG guessing game, Staple or Stinker. Today I'm here with popular Magic streamer Ash Lizzle.
That's true. I'm doing good, how are you?
Are you excited to look at some Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yes, because I don't know anything. Like, I've seen the anime, that's it.
Like most people, kind of watched it as a kid.
Kind of watched it as a kid. It was at some point like on a streaming service, so I just put it on the side, and that's my Yu-Gi-Oh like knowledge.
Excellent. We have 25 years of cards to catch up with.
Okay.
I couldn't be more excited. Why don't you take a look at our first card? It is a spell card called Reinforcement of the Army.
Okay, so Reinforcement of the Army, it's a spell card. Add 1 level 4 or lower warrior monster from your deck to your hand. So it's kind of like a tutor effect, right?
It is a tutor, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tutor effect.
So similar to creatures in Magic, every monster in Yu-Gi-Oh has a type. Warrior is one of the many types.
Yeah, so we're basically just grabbing something, okay? And it virtually costs like nothing to cast, right? That's the thing.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part in Yu-Gi-Oh!
You can play as many spell cards during your turn as you have access to, essentially.
Okay.
Unless they tell you otherwise, but this one does not.
So this is kind of like, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to psych me out. You're gonna give me a tutor effect that's free to cast. And as a Magic player, I'm sitting here and like, yeah, this has to be cracked.
Yep.
I want to say it's a stinker.
Okay, so tutoring in Yu-Gi-Oh not quite strong enough, even if it's free.
I think it can be, but I don't know if like a warrior monster with that level is the way. I don't know. Is that true?
Okay, that's very interesting. I love it. You're already in that space.
It's broken.
So many people come in here, they're like, oh, you're mind gaming me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting psyched out.
Sadly, this card is very old. And in fact, it is so strong.
Okay.
ROTA, Reinforcement of the Army, has become a fan term for other cards that have been printed with this sort of tutor effect.
I see.
This is sadly very much a staple, and it has 1 copy allowed in your deck. You can't play 3 of it.
So there's like a bunch of like really powerful warriors that you can grab with this then. It's like turn 1 kills. That's all I know about Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's kind of that thing where they have to either outright ban this card, which they don't really want to do, or the design of level 4 and lower warriors for the last 20 years have all been influenced by the fact this card exists.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very recently, we got a card called Bonfire, which is the same effect, but it's for a pyro monster. And the best deck in the game used it to get all their starter cards.
Okay, right.
So yes, here's the thing. It's free. It's a tutor.
I got baited. Yeah, I got baited. I felt like, is that really what you want to do with Yu-Gi-Oh? But yeah, I guess if those warriors are like that busted, then it's like, okay, you know.
You have a chance at redemption.
We're
going to look
at
a level 4 warrior.
Oh, I see. One we can grab.
This is a card you can get with Rhoda. This is Battle Survivor.
Okay, Battle Survivor. I'm going to read the card. 1600 attack, 800 defense, warrior effect. At the end of the battle phase, you can add 1 card from your graveyard to your hand, except Battle Survivor that was sent there during this battle phase while you controlled this face-up card. You can only use this effect of Battle Survivor once per turn.
The stars are the level of the monster. So if it's level 4 or lower, once per turn, you can normal summon it from your hand.
Right.
If it has more stars, then you have to like tribute stuff on your field to play it. But we're not really going to worry about that too much.
Interesting.
A bit more text on it.
A little bit more text on it. I do know Yu-Gi-Oh cards tend to have a lot of text. I'm kind of surprised to see this one. Should have also been a giveaway, probably.
Yeah, I'm easing you into it. You know?
Yeah, okay. So, oof.
So yeah, similar to Magic, in Yu-Gi-Oh we have our main phase where we do most of our normal playing cards. Then we have combat or a battle phase where everything fights. And then afterwards we get a chance for a second main phase. So the idea is either during your turn or your opponent's turn, if something on your side dies and this is still on your field, you get to get something from your graveyard.
I see. I want to say it's good. And it's probably unplayable.
Any reason why?
I don't know. Like, if we're really caring about like tutor effects like that, I feel like you can do something similar with this. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. I don't know if the stats and defense are like too cracked, but I feel like the effect could be really good.
4-star monsters, it's like you want to be above 1500. Usually the effects are more important than the actual raw stats. But I will say, getting cards from graveyards seems good.
Yeah, but
reviving thing seems
I made a
good.
mistake with this one, so we'll see. It's
Battle
unplayable.
Survivor is completely unplayable. It is
can't
a
win, I
stinker.
can't win.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
As much as I love to do that to you, the problem with this card is it goes to battle phase, and you need to have this on your field. It needs to survive the battle phase. It gets you a card back, sure, but like ideally you want to be using your cards in your main phase to build a very strong board,
I see.
do a lot more stuff than just play a okay-ish statted guy that will maybe get you a card back.
I don't know. It's like maybe there's ways to like shove things in the graveyard, and like it's a way for you to grab something back
There
out.
definitely is. This is just a very inefficient way to do that.
Oh,
I
there's
would
just
say.
better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Plus, with an effect like this, you know, if something dies during the battle phase, you bring it back. But like, then that also means like you're kind of killing your own stuff.
See, in
during-
Magic, we think that's great. So, in Magic, it's like, yeah, this could be great. But yeah. Okay, interesting. I'm not doing good. I'm
That's
not doing
okay.
good.
It's we got three
Sure.
more cards coming up. I'm sure it'll all.
Maybe I
start
can
to make
redeem
sense.
myself. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Card number 3. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Let's focus up. This is number 16, Shockmaster.
Okay, this looks badass. 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap. That type of card, if spell or trap, cannot be activated. Or if monster cannot activate its effects, end of your opponent's next turn. I would say that's good. I would say that's like hateful. Like
I don't
surely.
need anything else. It's good.
Surely. That seems really like a hateful effect, right? That you can like. It's also got the 4 stars, so you could lead off with it and like shut your opponent down or something.
Yeah. So I should explain how you summon this is an important piece.
I don't know.
So this is an Xyz monster. It comes from the extra deck, which is 15 cards outside of your normal deck that are always there for you to access. In order to bring him out, the requirement is 3 level 4 monsters.
Oh, that's probably tough.
So if you have 3 battle survivors on your field, you can put them all together in order to make a Shockmaster out of your extra deck.
I see.
Then you get the hate effect.
So that makes it probably. I don't know. Like, now I want to say that seems pretty rough. As a Magic the Gathering gamer, that seems kind of rough to cast. But I don't know how many creatures you could dump on the turn and whether that's even worth doing.
I guess that is the question. The requirement to summon it versus
Yeah.
the effect, which after you read it, you said
The effect
you think it seems
is
crazy.
very good, I think,
Yeah.
right? Like that seems like if your opponent is doing exactly something focused around that and you can bring this guy out, maybe there's a way to like shut them down. But the cost seems pretty tough. 3 level 4s?
I will say that Monster Spell Trap are like, those are the 3 types of cards in the game.
Yeah,
right?
right.
So you get to pick 33% of the cards in the game that your opponent can.
I'm going to say it's good.
It is good.
Yes!
Your gut instinct was
All
spot
right.
on. This is an absolute staple. I think it's been banned since 2013 or
Right,
around
right.
there. It is very much the boss end monster of a combo deck that had no problem shooting out as many levels 4s as it needed. So you would end on this plus some other stuff and then pass it over to your opponent. They don't even get to play the game,
Yeah,
essentially.
right. Yeah.
Very crazy card, can
Yeah.
literally never come back. So yeah, your gut instinct was spot on.
So like the 3 level 4 monsters, it's like so easy to do. You could just do that in like a turn or something.
Even
I guess.
over 10 years ago, it was
Yeah.
trivial. Absolutely trivial to do that.
Okay. It looks cool too. It definitely looks like a scary card as well for what
Yeah.
it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xyz
This
on
one
mine.
doesn't look that scary, but apparently.
Rhoda's a
Yeah,
lot,
you know.
yeah, that's a lot less
Yeah,
imposing
yeah.
than Shockmaster is, but there you go, you got one.
I got one. We're not completely washed. Let's
Yep.
go.
That's right, no more goose egg, let's keep it going. Card number 4, this is Rampaging Smash Tank Rhinosaber. Talk about imposing cards.
Rhinosaber. It does look scary. Machine Synchro effect? 1 turner, 1 non-turner monster. So that's like an additional cost for it or something.
A tuner is a subtype of monster,
Okay.
sort of like warrior, so you could be a warrior tuner.
Yeah, an extra effect.
It's
Okay,
an
right.
extra
type.
type.
Yeah.
And to make synchro monsters, you need a tuner and a non-tuner. In this case, the levels have to add up to the level of the synchro you're making.
Okay.
Also coming from the extra deck.
Okay, I'm gonna read the text, a lot of it. So you can discard any number of cards. This card gains 700 attack for each card discarded. Okay. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, you can send this card to the graveyard. Special summon monsters from your graveyard whose total level equals 7, except Rampaging Smash Tank Rhinosaber. but their effects are negated. You can only use each effect of Rampaging Smash Tank Rhinosaber once per turn. Okay, there's a lot of text happening here.
It's doing a couple different things. The main thing is similar to Shockmaster. It comes out of your extra deck when you meet the requirement on your field.
Yeah.
You have a tuner and a non-tuner, the level 7. You throw them away and you bring this guy out.
Yeah.
Then you can discard a bunch of cards, boost its attack with it, and then after you attack with it, if you don't want it anymore, you can actually bring back the cards that you used to summon it.
So I assume this thing is capable of like one-hitting somebody.
I mean, it has 2,400. It gets 700 per card you discard.
Yeah.
And your starting life is 8,000. So you're not quite
there.
gonna get to one-hit potential, but
it's close. It's close.
In combination with some other stuff, who knows what could happen.
Okay, interesting. I like that you said, who knows what could happen.
Who knows what? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Who knows what could happen?
Okay, we don't know what can happen. Yeah, the discard effects also, like in Magic the Gathering, like free discards like that could really mean something valuable for the game. I don't know how that works in Yu-Gi-Oh! Though.
Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! There is also cards that care about being in the graveyard.
Yeah.
There's cards that bring things back from the graveyard. So if you wanted to dump stuff and then revive it or whatever, that's a choice. There is a difference between discarding for cost and discarding for effect in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
That's the rules lawyer
Yeah.
part of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I see.
In general, putting stuff in your graveyard can be advantageous for sure.
I think it's not good.
You think it's not good?
I don't know.
Not feeling the Rhinosaber.
I don't know if I'm feeling it like that. Because you also said that there's like different ways to like cards that care about being just like discarded to cost and not. So like it doesn't necessarily one hit. It does hit for a lot, but it's also like the casting cost. You do need the tribute or whatever you were talking about. It's not something, I don't know. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want to win on, maybe there's a card that I don't know of that makes it like a turn 0 kill or something that I don't know. But to me, it reads like it would be, I don't know.
Turn 0 kill with the Rhinosaber.
I don't think it's possible.
Not possible.
Okay.
This is a stinker. Very hilarious and cool artwork.
Yeah.
But sadly, this just doesn't do enough. I mean, you compare it to Shockmaster, which cuts out 1/3 of the cards in the game.
Yeah.
And you say, yes, it's boosting attack, but like hitting for big damage.
Yeah.
There's got to be something better I can do than that.
Yeah, I felt like it was a little too fair for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think.
Exactly.
From what I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Pictured in my mind, I feel like that's too fair.
It's like, if this doesn't win me the game on the spot,
right, we don't want it.
Not interested. Unless it's Battle Survivor. We want to play the Battle Survivor.
Exactly. That's the most cracked card in the game.
Your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! card.
My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! card.
Not too bad.
I'm doing better.
2 and 2?
I'm doing better.
So this is your chance.
This is my last shot.
You'll slide into 3 on one side, the win or the loss. It all comes down to Nibiru, the primal being.
Okay.
This is the one with the most text on it, so I saved it for last.
All right. So this is a lot to cast. There's a lot of these star thingies.
Thankfully, the level is not going to matter, as you will see once you read the effect.
Okay, interesting. So first, the attack is 3,000, the defense is 600. It's a rock effect. During the main phase, if your opponent normal or special summon 5 or more monsters this turn, quick effect, you can tribute as many face-up monsters on the field as possible, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Then special summon 1 primal being token to your opponent's field. This token, attack and defense, become the combined original attack and defense of the tribute monsters. You can only use the effect once per turn. Okay, so we're basically casting it for free, sort of.
Yes, if the condition is met that your opponent has summoned 5 or more times, at instant speed, essentially, you can special this to your field, and everything else dies and turns into one big
That's
token.
Gotta be cracked. That's gotta be cracked.
One big token with all the attack of whatever you
surely that's cracked. Surely that's good.
You think so?
I'm saying it's good.
You got nothing else to say.
It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. Yeah.
Because in Yu-Gi-Oh! We summon so much, and
I imagine yes. I think it's good.
Yeah, this card's
let's go.
card is insane.
No, I would imagine.
I can't even try to fool you with this one. It's just so good to your opponent has all these cards, they're doing so many things, and then in the middle of their huge combo, you just say, actually, I'm going to turn everything into one big rock. Good luck with the rest of your turn.
I'm happy that I got 3 out of 2.
Yeah, so there you go. Your Yu-Gi-Oh! Intuition grew as we played.
It's true, actually, yeah. I I was thinking you were trying to psych me out with the first one, but then I was like, you know what? Some things just gotta be good. Like this effect especially, I'm like, there's no way.
Shockmaster, truly one of the best cards ever made.
Would you say it's the best one out of like all of these?
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. This was a completely format warping card.
Sure, yeah.
It ended games so often. There was nothing you could do about it, especially back in 2013 when we didn't have a lot of the stuff we have now that if it were to come back, it would be easier to play around, but it would still be like an absolute nightmare. So there you go, 3 out of 5. You know more about Yu-Gi-Oh than you thought.
I guess so. I don't even know how a game plays out, but yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. If you want to check Ash out, we'll have all our links all over the place. And you want to check out more Stapler Stinker, we got plenty of them on the channel. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. How's that?
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, I was like, this is either so cracked or it's absolutely worth nothing. And then I was like, you have a Magic player in front of you and you're giving him a tutor. I feel like, because tutors are worth so much in Magic.
That's right.
Surely it's gotta. I was like, you're trying to trick me.